right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started here, guys. We are working in this case, guys, on lesson 2.1, where we're actually focused on plotting points on a number line in this case, guys. We are going to be talking in this case, guys, about vertical. Where am I here? Vertical in this case, guys, horizontal lines, which are actually representing the x and the y axes. So let's go ahead and get started. So starting off with the number lines in this case, guys, we do have a horizontal number line, right? Let's say I have in this case, guys, 0. Can I write a 0 here, right? And whenever it comes to the number lines, guys, specifically a horizontal number line, right? This is a horizontal number line. Numbers to the right are actually representing positive numbers, and numbers to the left are representing negative numbers. All right. Now, once again, in this case, guys, to the right, I have positive. So right side is positive. Left side is negative. All right. And the 0 in this case, guys, is just a divider here, right? Placeholder for us, right? It's our start. So left-hand side in this case, guys, is negative numbers. Right side is positive. Now, the farther you go to the right, the bigger the numbers get. The farther you go to the left, the smaller the numbers they get. So notice it's -1, -2, -3. So the more I keep on going to the left, the numbers are actually getting smaller and smaller. All right. Let's take a look in this case, guys, at a horizontal. Let me just label this, guys. This here was our horizontal line. Horizontal, it goes left to right. Horizontal. Next one in this case, guys, is our vertical line. It's the one we see here, right? This is our vertical line. And the vertical line in this case, guys, just like the horizontal has positive and negatives, right? The only thing in this case, guys, is that the direction they go. So, for example, on this one here, guys, this is a vertical line. Vertical, right? If we go up in this case, guys, right, up the number line, up in this case, guys, represents positive numbers, and down in this case, guys, represents negative numbers. All right, so let's say in this case, guys, I have a 0, right? Let's say I have 0 here, right? If I go above, I'm counting positive numbers, 1, 2, 3, and 4. If I go below 0, in this case, I have -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on, right? So once again, in this case, guys, we have our placeholder. We have 0, which is going to represent the origin when we actually take a look at a coordinate plane. But in this case, guys, going above, in this case, guys, is positive. Going below is negative, right? So if there's an increase talks about a positive, decrease talks about a negative. So let's go ahead and take a look at the following. Let's go ahead and write directions down in this case, guys. And I want to go ahead and plot, in this case, the given points on a number line, a vertical or horizontal number line in this case, right? So A in this case, guys, we have point D, which is located at -2. And we also have points E and F, which each are, in this case, 7 units away from D. So I'm going to go ahead and start off in this case, guys, with the number line here. Start off with the number line. Let me see if I can make one big enough to fit everything. If not, we'll just have to do smaller sections here, okay? So let's say in this case, guys, I have -2 in the middle. That is -2, right? And this is point D. Now, it says that I also have point E and point F, which are each 7 units away from D, which means on each side of D, I have point E and point F, and each of them is 7 units away. So I'm going to go ahead and do that in this case, guys. I'm going to go ahead and count 7 units. But I'm actually, because I have graph paper here, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do smaller sections. So then this is -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and say 7, right? -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10. Say we stop there. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and actually number them in this case, guys, right? So I have in this case, guys, this is a -1, a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. On the other side, because this is -2, this is going to be -3, -4, -5. Let me actually do these again because these take up more space. -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, and -11, all right? Now, from here in this case, guys, if I want to go ahead and locate point E and F, I have to count 7 units away from D to find those points. So I'm going to go ahead and start on the right-hand side. So I'm going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, which means my new point in this case, guys, my new point F is actually going to be 7 units away, and that's me counting it. Let me go ahead and erase that first. So let's say in this case, guys, this here is F. It could be E, but I'm going to say that's F. So E would be on the other side. So let's go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I end up on -9. So then this here is E. So I'm going to go ahead and say that E is located in point -9. So E is on -9. And F in this case, guys, is on 5. Right? Now, one thing I do want to go ahead and show you guys in this case, guys, is that for F, we move to the right side in this case, guys. We move to the right. And for E, I move to the left. So if they're telling me that I'm moving 7 units away from D on each side, D in this case, guys, I would actually be doing the value of D, right, whatever D is, which in this case is -2. Let me go ahead and do that here. So I would be doing D plus 7. And on the other side, I would be doing D minus 7. And we know the value of D in this case, guys, would actually be, it would be -2. So then I would actually be doing -2 minus 7 would give me that -9 that we have up there. And then -2 plus 7 is going to give me a 5. So that's also something that we're going to go ahead and be working on in this case, guys. Not all the time we're going to be having the number line. So we have to try to also numerically express it in this case, guys, as opposed to just having a visual here. Okay, let's go ahead and try the next one, guys. Let's go ahead and try the next one. By the way, guys, our answers, once again, were -9 and 5. Let's take a look at the next one. In this case, guys, we have point J is located at -11, I'm sorry. And point K is 8 units greater than J. Keyword for us there, guys, is greater than, right? Greater than in this case, guys, means that there's an increase. So let me just write that. Greater than actually talks about something being bigger. Right? If it's bigger, that means that it's increasing, which means it's going to be a positive. So when I move in this case, guys, I'm actually going to be moving to the right side. So let's say if I were to show it graphically in this case, guys, if I were to graph this on the number line, right? And let's say I have -11 here, right? And I'm going to go ahead and do those small sections. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's say we stop there, right? And if I count, I have, because it's -11 and we're moving to the right, it's -10, -9, -8, -7, -6, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2, right? You could keep on going. But because it's 8 units greater than J, and J is here, this is J is there, we're going to go ahead and move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, which means our new section in this case, guys, for K is actually going to be at -3. So K in this case, guys, is equal to negative 3. And this actually goes back in this case, guys, to what I was mentioning to you, that we could also show it numerically. So point J, so this is J, is, in this case, negative 11. But K in this case, guys, is 8 units greater than K. So that means that I'm going to go ahead and be adding 8 to whatever J is. Because we know that J in this case, guys, is negative 11. If we combine those, that would actually give me a 3, which is what we have as our answer for K. Okay, let's take a look at the next one, guys. Next one. Same idea in this case, guys. Same idea here, right? And I'm actually going to go ahead and show it first numerically, then we're going to go ahead and graph it. So it says we have point D is located at negative 8. So they're telling me in this case, guys, that D is equal to negative 8. That's what it's equal to. Then it's telling us in this case, guys, that point E is 2 less than D in this case, right? The keyword for us here, guys, is less than, and less than, right? It's a lesser value, it's smaller, which means it's going to be negative. So less than in this case, guys, is smaller, which means we are moving to the left, which makes our number negative. Our direction in this case, guys, would be negative. Although negative in this, or distance actually can't be negative. Negative, okay? So then if I want to find in this case, guys, point E, I would have, let's say we set up an equation here. I would actually do E is equal to whatever D is minus 2, because we're less than, we're subtracting 2. We're moving to the left 2. So then E would equal negative 8 minus 2, which means E is located at negative 10. Because we're moving 2 spaces to the left from negative 8. So let's go ahead and graph that in this case, guys. Let's go ahead and graph it. And if I were to graph it, all right, let's say I have a negative 8 here. We have these values, right? I don't have to put all of them. But then I have a negative 7 on this side, a negative 6 there. I have a negative 9, negative 10, negative 11, negative 12, and so on, right? Because we're point E is 2 less than point D. That means that we have to move to the left. So we'll move to the left if D is here. So I have, in this case, guys, 1 and 2. So notice, guys, we would be, I just plotted that wrong. We're actually at negative 8. Sorry about that, guys. We're at negative 8. And then we're going to go ahead and move 2 spots over, 1 and 2. So then in this case, guys, point E is going to be at negative 10. Negative 10.